How do we really know if violent crime is falling if more than half of it never even gets reported? When it comes to crime in America, the numbers we see are just the tip of the iceberg. Historically, many crimes like sexual assault and theft never get reported, and so they sit below the surface, invisible in the official record. But in the 1970s, a group of statisticians set out to map the hidden part of that iceberg. The result was the National Crime Victimization Survey, a system designed to uncover what lies beneath the waves. Hi, it's Katie, here from Aggregated. Let's dive into a little of the history behind crime reporting and the programs that help us see a much more complete picture of what's really going on. Most of what we knew about crime trends before 1970 came from the reported crimes collected by local agencies and aggregated by the Uniform Crime Report, or UCR program, an effort led by the FBI. We can think of the UCR as the original scorekeeper of American crime. Since the 1930s, it's been collecting reports from more than 18,000 law enforcement agencies across the country. Each agency submits their numbers to the FBI, which compiles them into national statistics. The program's goal is pretty straightforward: track and share crime data to help with law enforcement, policy decisions, and research. Over time, the UCR has evolved, introducing systems like NIBRS, which enriches the UCR through more detailed reporting standards. With that, the data goes into more of the what, when, where, and how behind the crime, and we get a fuller picture. But remember that iceberg? Even with better reporting, the UCR only counts crimes that are actually reported to police, and that leaves a whole lot of unreported information down beneath the surface. That's where the National Crime Victimization Survey comes in. In the early 1970s, the Bureau of Justice Statistics wanted to fill in the blanks, the crimes we don't hear about. So they did something no one else had at the time. They started going straight to the source. Every year, hundreds of thousands of Americans are interviewed about a wide variety of non-fatal crimes. Things like sexual assault, robbery, property crimes, the list goes on, whether they were reported to the police or not. The resulting data captures the hidden side of crime, what's sometimes referred to as the dark figure. And that's the stuff below the waterline that makes up the rest of our iceberg. So, what exactly does the newest NCVS tell us? In short, not much has changed. And that's not bad news. The 2024 survey found that violent and property crime stayed relatively flat over the last couple of years, remaining far lower overall than things were in the 1990s. Still, there are some discrepancies between the NCVS and UCR data that need to be reconciled. NCVS is a survey of households, and as is the nature of surveys, it comes with a margin of error, just like you'd expect to find in an election poll. NCVS also only measures crimes where the victim is 12 years of age or older and does not include murder. While UCR and NCVS don't always fully agree about the nation's crime trends from one year to the next, over the long run, they generally tell the same story. This disparity could simply be due to a difference in the time frame the data was actually captured versus when the information comes out in the survey. Regardless of potential incongruities here and there, NCVS gives us something no other system does: a look below the surface at the crimes that never got reported at all. Because if the FBI shows us the tip of the iceberg, the NCVS reveals what's hidden underneath, the part of America's crime story we'd never see otherwise. Alright, that does it for this episode of Aggregated. Let us know what you think in the comments, and stay tuned for the next one, where we'll get into more about the data behind crime.